that succulents make a great plant for the home gardener? Today we have Kelly Greer, Extension Residential Horticulture Agent, talking today about succulents. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us today. So what makes succulents a great plant for every gardener?
Well, they're probably one of the easiest plants that you can grow in containers and in the landscape because they require less water, less fertilizer, and there's just really very little care you have to do to them to be able to enjoy them.
Great. So what actually makes a succulent?
Succulents are plants that are able to hold water in their leaves, in their stems, and in their roots. And that's why it takes so much less water for you to be able to grow a succulent. They can store it in here, and also if they have hairy leaves, that helps them conserve water. If they have waxy leaves, they're conserving water. So even if you feel those leaves, they're very fleshy because there's lots of water in there.
Great. Now, is there a difference between a cactus and a succulent?
There is.
Okay.
So the statement that I can tell you that is truth is that all cactus are succulents, but not all succulents are cactus. And one of the distinguishing factors is all cactus have a little hairy tuft where the thorns come out, called an areole. And that's how you know that this is a cactus, is also a succulent. And this is just a succulent, not a cactus.
Oh, great. So I see right here that one of the succulents is flowering. Do all succulents flower?
They do.
Okay.
It's surprising. You may not think that a cactus is going to send out a beautiful flower, but they do. And they're really big to me in relation to what the cactus looks like. But this is the flower stalk, and it's going to bloom a beautiful orange-pink color. And they come in an array of colors. Sometimes they're yellow, white, pink, any color you can think of the flowers might be.
All right, so how else do you propagate? Can you propagate succulents, or how do you propagate them?
You can, it's really easy. You just take cuttings off of the succulents. You can just snip them off like that and just lay this on top of soil like this, and it's gonna take root. I always cut them and let them dry for 2 or 3 days before I propagate them, and then you just stick them on top of the soil, and pretty soon you'll have a new plant.
Great, so I could just cut the top of, let's say, this plant off.
You could.
Oh, that's awesome.
And start a new one, and then this would send out a new main growing point, or take off these smaller growing points here. You can do it with a leaf also. So this is a succulent leaf, and it was laid on top of the soil, and now you have a plantlet, and you can see the little
you can see the roots
there.
That's great. Cool. Okay, so I've actually had a problem. I've killed succulents before. What kind of care do they need? What do we need to do to keep them alive?
Very little care. I always recommend underwatering your succulents. So when you do water, you want to water thoroughly and make sure that the water's coming all the way through the pot and that you're getting the water to all of the soil. Then you want to let it completely dry out. Like you could let these dry out to the point where you see the leaves start to shrivel, or they don't feel as turgid as they do right now. They won't feel stiff.
Great.
That's the best way to water them. They do require good sunlight. Full sun or bright light if it's indoors. If it's outdoors, your cactus can be in full sun, but your succulents should get some relief from the afternoon sun in Florida.
Thank you so much, Kelly, for taking your time out today to talk to us about succulents.
You're welcome, Amy.
And now you know what it takes to take care of your succulents in your home garden.